he was the face of Egypt's second revolution. Last month, backed by enormous public support, General Abdel Fattah al-Sisi deposed Mohamed Morsi and restored secular rule in Egypt. His opponents in the Muslim Brotherhood say it came at the price of democracy, and their occupation of the streets has now led to massive bloodshed.
I don't think they thought this really through. They didn't think what was going to happen the day after they ousted Morsi. They just stepped in and they found themselves in this situation without really a strategic goal in mind.
General al-Sisi first stepped into the public limelight a year ago this week, when he was chosen by Mohamed Morsi to head Egypt's military. His predecessor, General Tantawi, was regarded as being too close to the former Mubarak regime. But al-Sisi's first loyalty is to the military. Graduating as an officer in 1977, he trained at the prestigious Defence Academy of the United Kingdom and has a master's degree from the US Army War College in Pennsylvania.
Most senior Egyptian military officers have a close relationship with officials across in the United States. They spend a lot of time training with each other. The two forces, the US military and the Egyptian military, have had a long historical relationship.
One of the direct offshoots of the 1979 peace accord between Israel and Egypt was a US commitment to provide Egypt with billions of dollars in direct aid. Most of that, military.
Egypt is the fifth largest recipient of American military aid after Israel, Afghanistan, Iraq and Pakistan. So if you take out Israel, the other four are close allies in the war on terrorism, and then there's Egypt.
How military aid is spent is not decided by Egypt's politicians but by its generals. And from that, the military derives enormous economic power. From property to factories and shops, some estimates say Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and his generals control up to 50% of the country's economy. Regional experts say they're not just fighting for their jobs, but for their entire way of life. General al-Sisi is the first military ruler in modern Egypt without combat experience. The Muslim Brotherhood now accuses him of being the first to wage war on his own people. Marcus Rubenstein, World News Australia.